We're showing that a lot of process engineering is being done on paper or separated Excel spreadsheets. This has especially been, I guess you'd say, enhanced, or there's more of it being done as a result of a lot of the lean initiatives, which by themselves are great. They've been a huge benefit in terms of increasing the productivity of American manufacturing. It's really allowed people to focus on improving problems in the facility by bringing the right people together with some processes that really add value. The challenge with a lot of these techniques is that they themselves are not very efficient to perform. They're not very lean in terms of performing the work. It typically involves going out and collecting a whole bunch of data, entering that information on Post-it notes, whiteboards, pieces of paper, getting a group of people around to solve a problem, solving the problem, and then going on. And like I said, those events, oftentimes called Kaizen events, are great for problem solving, targeting a problem and making an improvement. In fact, Kaizen means continuous improvement, and it's something that we do to continuously improve. But in a traditional manufacturing facility, a lot of the work that needs to be performed is simply a matter of engineering change orders to the product, affecting what's produced on the shop floor, or introducing new products to the facility, or maybe even creating new facilities or new lines altogether. Those are the ones that really don't lend themselves well to these Kaizen events. The analysis tends to be very significant, the time periods are very long, the amount of data is quite large, and managing all this stuff by paper and pencil creates a lot of inefficient processes, and those inefficient processes cost the organization quite a bit of money. And so those are the ones that we're really going to focus on. And I want to start with where are the savings, because of course at the end of the day the importance of this presentation is how does a company become more competitive by implementing these lean techniques for process engineering. Really two types of savings. The direct savings are fairly significant, but they're really not the key reason we do this. But the direct savings involve things like reducing printing costs to the floor. I mean, if you're printing out routing sheets and pictures and images that you're putting on paper and distributing it through the floor and managing all that paper, that by itself is a significant cost to the organization, just in terms of the printing and distribution. There's this issue of recreating lost data or looking for information that you don't know where it is. Many companies, like I said, it's either on pieces of paper, they're in someone's desk, file cabinets, or it may even be on someone's Excel spreadsheet. They could be gone for vacation, and the natural inclination is let's just recreate it. In fact, many Kaizen events that people execute are really just starting from a blank piece of paper, and they recollect and reanalyze it and recreate all of this information. Of course, by definition, that's not very smart. The big one, though, is modifying existing processes, and that is when I do have a process plan that's very similar to another process plan, how efficient is it for me to take what I know, what I've done, what I've engineered, and improve upon it instead of really starting from scratch. So editing an existing process, which of course means being able to find that process and easily work with it, clone it, or copy it so that I can engineer all the information about that process is really key. And we'll talk about how we can make some of those improvements happen. As I mentioned, the biggest improvement is this issue of responsiveness, the ability to get that line up to speed faster, and the ability to make that line productive right away. In other words, reducing the time it takes to get the line up and making sure that when it does come up, we don't have to spend 2, 3, 4 weeks debugging it and basically trying to make it work productively. So that means we need to be working with correct information, accurate, up-to-date information, and we also need to be ensuring that we've automated any of the manual labor-oriented processes of collecting and aggregating the data necessary to create a process plan that the ERP system or maybe your manufacturing execution system called an MES system can execute. So this is the area that we're really going to focus on, because this is really where the benefit is. We want to get that line up to speed quickly, and we want to make sure that when we do execute it that we're very accurate, which of course by definition means trying to eliminate a lot of the manual work which can introduce a lot of errors in that process. So let's start